Brett Cooper is leaving the Daily Wire. All right, if you guys don't know who Brett Cooper is, she is a pretty big creator on the Daily Wire. She is their attempt to reach Gen Z. I wouldn't say attempt. I mean, I think she's definitely reached Gen Z.
4.4 million subs.
4.4
million. One of their bigger.
Yeah, one of their bigger personalities. She's crushing it. And apparently she's leaving.
First note, change the profile picture to just the headphones. And it no longer says the comment section with Brett Cooper. It's just the comment section.
Oh, no, they own her channel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's 360.
Welcome back to the comment.
Oh, no.
And the past few weeks, they've been putting this producer on. And, bro, it's spooky. Okay. So look at after every like 6
they
or
were trying
8
out
videos,
different people.
No, it's the same lady.
Oh, it's the same, just another lady.
But every 4 to 6 episodes, she would get 2 in a row.
How was she getting ratioed, or what was going on there?
No, people liked her because you know how they introduced her? Hey guys, it's producer Reagan. I'm just filling in while Brett is gone. And they did that for freaking weeks, bro. And I told Chris, I said, oh, they're trying to introduce new talent.
Her producer was her bridesmaid? That's messy.
Yeah, something.
If they replaced her with the homegirl, with her bridesmaid.
Check this out.
That's some dirty work.
Check this out. We're going to watch a few seconds of this.
All right.
And I've never seen a more replaceable. And I'm not saying Brett Cooper's bad. I'm saying whoever's writing these episodes, which is probably Brett and this lady because she was the producer, she copied the format exactly.
Did she sit like
Welcome back to the comment section.
like this?
It is produced.
Did she sit like this?
Almost. Hey, girlies.
Hey, girlies.
All right. We're going to talk about men's fashion trends. Already? Just listen for a couple seconds and you're like, wow.
Welcome back to the comment section. It is producer Reagan again this Friday, our Friday thing where I come to you and say hello and tell you some crazy stories because there are always some crazy stories to share. Now, I'm just guest hosting this Friday, so don't worry, Brett will be back on Monday. But today we're going to talk about the coping and seething happening on the left because it is happening in mass numbers, especially among women because they seem to be the angriest of them all. Now, in rebellion of their newfound plight, they have found one act that will unify all of the leftists.
It's the same format. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? Like she feels it pretty good.
Listen. Okay, I'm not trying to be disparaging. It's a great formula. It's a plug and play model.
It's awesome.
Build a set that looks like someone's bedroom.
Yeah.
And hit the us versus them culture war topics.
Yeah.
From a younger, bubblier personality. It's not super deep.
It's not, but they're I took notes on one of their episodes before, and it's kind of nuts. Like,
no, I'm not saying it's bad.
Yeah,
I'm just saying the model is simple.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's simple, and I think they found a good. So let's watch her little goodbye video.
All right.
Hey guys, some of you have heard the rumors online, and the rumors are mostly true. Today, December 10th, will be my last day hosting the comment section and working for the Daily Wire. It is not true that I am being forced out. It was my own choice to leave. And believe me, this is bittersweet. I have had the most unbelievable 3 years helping to craft the show, building this community, and telling stories and sharing the truth every day. Through the comment section.
Pause it. At least they let her do a farewell video. They didn't have to let her do that. So I mean, she left on somewhat of amicable terms.
You all
she definitely did because they had like 4 weeks of edging out this new girl.
Yeah.
So she announced it.
Her best friend.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious if she got out of her contract. Like, how messy is it? Or if it's like literally just because we've talked about this, right? You can get to a point where like you don't need the system as much.
You don't need the label.
Yeah, you don't need the label.
So what Zach is referencing, and I talked about this. I haven't talked about this probably. I used to run a boutique Christian hip hop label called King's Dream Entertainment. So artists like John Keith, Paul Russell, I kind of helped them get their spark trouble. What happens when you run a label is when you're trying to discover talent and get them booming initially, you have a lot of value to offer. Even if you're not like super big, you have some degree of resources, relationships with vendors, probably some money and some equipment that they don't have access to. And so initially, the producer, label, whoever you want to call it, Daily Wire in this situation, is giving more than the creator's providing.
Yes.
But then eventually, once you get it off the ground, the creator is giving more.
Yeah.
And then the producer, label, company starts feeling like they're just eating off of someone and they're not contributing a whole much.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's instantly a misbalanced situation because eventually it's like, yo, it's great. We're crushing. Oh my gosh, they're getting me a start off the ground, which is how valuable is a spark and how successful would have she been without Daily Wire?
No. Not very.
Probably not very, right? But she was already acting and stuff. But now the tables have turned, and she's driving the value. At some point, there's a tipping point. She's driving the value. She's the entertaining one. She's the brand, and people are probably going to follow her wherever she goes.
Yes.
And so she now presents more value than Daily Wire did initially. And so people have asked me to do a podcast network. People have asked me to do these. And it's like, I don't want to deal with talent like that, because initially you're giving a lot.
Yep.
And then they get their rise as a personality, and then you're taking, and they feel like they're giving more.
And what are the 2 things we saw from Daily Wire this year?
What are you talking about? Candace Owens?
Candace Owens. So we saw the beef side of it, a bad, sour relationship, public problems.
Right.
And then we can't read into this one too much. Let's just say she outgrew the label. Like, so this is all the downsides of this. I didn't even know she had a new channel.
Yeah,
this is all the downsides.
they said she has a new channel with 100,000 subs. Props to her. That's awesome.
Well, it's gonna get to 1 million.
It's gonna pop off super fast for her.
She's not gonna have a problem.
Have made me braver, more articulate, more thoughtful, more hopeful than I could have ever imagined. And I'm grateful that we spent this time together. And I'm grateful that the Daily Wire gave us a platform to grow this community. But at this point in my life, I am ready to take on a new direction, both personally and professionally. This means new challenges and new endeavors, which I will share with you soon. As for this show, the comment section will continue with the Daily Wire. My producer, Reagan, is taking over as host of the comment section, and I wish her and the Daily Wire all the best. We have had 3 great years, and I am proud of what we've accomplished together. Leaving the show and the platforms that we've built is hard, but I'm very excited for what's to come. Knowing that we have brought so many people together in laughter over these last 3 years means the world to me. I appreciate all of you, so let's chat again soon. But in the meantime, go touch some grass, kick some rocks, and we'll catch up shortly. And now for some final thoughts from the God King himself, Jeremy Boring.
Uh-oh.
Bittersweet indeed.
Oh, wow.
We're sad to see
They
Brett
got
go,
him making a
but
statement,
we're excited
too?
to see her take the next
She's one of the biggest talents.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
step in her journey. Brett's an amazing talent, both as a personality and as an actress. It's been a pleasure to see her bring the comment section to life these last 3 years, and her performance in the Pendragon cycle is sensational.
So corporate.
I'm certain that whatever Brett creates next will be filled with the same joy and laughter and heart that she's brought to all of her work at the Daily Wire. And we wish her nothing but the best.
So the comments are pretty much like, oh, Daily Wire messed up. Nothing against Reagan, but we are subscribed to Brett Cooper, not the comment section. 17,000 likes. 22,000. We weren't watching the comment section. We were watching Brett. People are loyal to people, not to networks. Ooh. Comment sections without Brett is like Joe Rogan without Joe Rogan. 22,000. Brett did not bring the comment section to life. She is the comment section. It won't exist without her.
Oh, no.
13,000 likes. If Brett decides to create a farming channel where she goes to farm chores, I will tune in for every video. Pretty much the overall consensus, this is very bad for the Daily Wire. 12,000 likes, 6,000 likes. The Daily Wire made a major misstep by having Reagan fill in for Brett. Instead of giving Reagan her own show and allowing her to develop her own unique style, they tried to replicate Brett, even down to her mannerisms and speech patterns. Oof. This approach makes Reagan come across as inauthentic. As a viewer, I would have been open to seeing Reagan in something fresh and original, but now it feels like Daily Wire is just desperately clinging to a formula. Best wishes to Brett. I hope to see you back soon.
Oh, man.
It was a little miscalculation. Thinking that this is like daytime TV, that you can just swap out a host. This is YouTube still.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, we have had some regular folks on here, and we've had John Keith, Ray Rock, and obviously Zach. Zach works here full time. And Ray and John, we would just pay them a day rate. They were here a lot last summer. We would just pay them a day rate. And they still, like, John's going to come back. He's traveling and touring, and Ray Rock's in Miami. Instead of trying to start other shows, we just felt like, hey, we got friends that are funny. We got friends that are talented. Let's just pay them a day rate and not try to create a whole thing for them. And that to me, I think, is a cleaner way of doing something. And they become like a third chair, a second or third chair.
Totally.
The way Logan Paul can have folks rotate. Because I think this whole idea of trying to like build talent is just messy. It's just messy. So I don't know. Maybe you think it was a creative control? I don't know what it was, but I think it's
too hard to speculate. There is a lot of commentary out there from like Tim Pool and like I gotta go and like this, like Hassan and the quartering. Like I'm curious if there's people that have some behind the scenes information that are like, oh,
listen. At the end of the day, Daily Wire is a business, right? Yeah. And at the end of the day, they are trying to make more off of each thing and make a profit. And so if you are earning money, the deal is like, it's very difficult to both sides feel good about a situation. You know, when you have investors and you have people to answer to and you have a fiduciary duty and all these different things, it's very difficult to figure. And that's, Ben is going to stay there because Ben is going to stay there. Andrew Clavin is going to stay there because that's like their day one. That's like, I want to say Ben's day one guy.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be careful to make sure they maintain Matt and they maintain Michael.
Yeah.
Because you can't lose those two.
Yeah. Matt and Michael. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah. That's
interesting.
crazy.
Yeah, I think let's see what. So her channel was at 4.5. Let's see what Matt Walsh's is. Matt Walsh is at 3.1. So she's bigger than Matt Walsh. Definitely bigger than Michael Knowles. Michael Knowles is 2.1. So
here's what I think. Here's what I think happened. I think she wanted a situation like Jordan Peterson, where Jordan Peterson is autonomous enough. He's his own person. He can kind of do what he wants. He doesn't have to do ad reads. But
Jordan Peterson is the only personality bigger than Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, but Jordan Peterson's bigger than Ben Shapiro. And so I think she wanted that, and they didn't see her as valuable as Jordan. Like that, I think it's probably that simple. Like I think she probably wanted more, and they were like, nah.
And she was probably like, I thought we were a close family.
Yeah.
Like you put. Like,
yeah, we don't know what she. Yeah, we don't know what she
thought.
But from a business standpoint, she. You
don't think you think she was definitely trying to negotiate a crazier deal?
Yeah, I mean, if they were,
or do you think she wanted to go independent?
Maybe
she's talking to Candace Owens, and Candace is like, independent thing's kind of nice.
No.
Don't gotta go to the studio. You can.
They offered Crowder $55 million.
So she's sitting there where they're like, I built the second biggest show on the whole thing.
I got the second biggest show on your podcast. They're taking care of Jordan Peterson. I'm not gonna act like I know what, but I know he's very happy.
Yeah.
And he can move around how he wants to move around. He's other ventures. He's chilling. Any project he proposes, they do. She's like, you guys paid Crowder $55 million. I'm the second biggest channel or the third biggest channel on this thing, right? Only after Ben Shapiro. So, yeah, I'm gonna bounce. That would be it. And I don't think she has some sort of different view.
Oh, I found it.
You found it? Different view regarding her political things. I don't think she needed to be independent and control everything. I don't see her as someone that's a hybrid entrepreneur who's trying. You know what I mean? Is this her? She says, mood because in 24 hours you guys bought this channel up to 24. So that's such a real channel. Yeah, it's a real channel. 100K subscribers in
renovations in progress. I wonder if she can turn into like a farming YouTuber.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway,
that's crazy.
It's an interesting thing, but I'm pumped for her. Like that
definitely makes the network thing sound absolutely awful.
Awful. Yeah.
Just seeing it play out, I was like, oh, they just lost. They just lost their.
I think the only way we would do a network is if I co-hosted podcasts with other people.
Yeah, that sounds awful too.
Yeah, like if me and Ray had a music podcast and me and John, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the only way.
Adam 22 situation.
Yeah, that's the only way I think that would work. And even that's cringe.
Even that's cringe.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for checking out the video. Please be sure to comment below and subscribe and all that good stuff. And check out this other video that YouTube seems to be recommending just for you. Let me know if they nailed it. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.